As Tarak began walking around the battlefield, searching for the Regent, he looked over the bodies and gave a small sigh. Doesn't seem to be any other orc blood here. That's good. Hope that Sarenrae's light guides all your souls to fair judgment in Fesmara's domain. Looking around, Tarak located Regent Melgraven. He could be found just inside Naxxramas, currently speaking to a human with curly hair and a mustache, dressed in a mixture of expensive silks and gold, or the image of a giant golden key emblazoned onto the cleric's silks. So, as you can imagine, I'd like to be able to get this out of here as soon as possible, spoke the Regent towards the red-haired cleric. And I imagine that I imagine that Abadar would be more than willing to seal this evil artifact away. Tarak wheeled himself over, patient and listening. The red-haired human nodded. To my surprise, I'm surprised you even called on us, Regent. Doesn't the Arcane Order enjoy having such dangerous artifacts on its campus in order to mix it into your heretical spell pool? Not when said artifact attacks our school in broad daylight and endangers the lives of me and my students. And having an unaccounted for sphere of annihilation doesn't? Go fuck yourself, Jerome. The cleric sighed. Very well, we'll take the armor, if only to prove your order is an order of hypocrites. The Regent nodded. Well, as long as it's out of my sight, Abadar can think what he wants of our order. And the cleric walked away. Tarak watched the cleric go before he wheeled closer. I hope I didn't interrupt anything. It seemed rather heated. The Regent simply let out a sigh. The Arcane Order supports all types of arcane magic, and arcane magic uses within its walls. The Church, less so. I see. I just had a couple of questions. The first about the magic that could be used to change my race. How long does it take to use it? You wish to utilize the Librum, Tarak? It will take a day or two to prepare. Are you currently in a rush? No, I'm just curious about how long of a process it is. Well, not long. If you wish to claim your prize tomorrow, you may. I am not looking forward to it myself, but I suppose I ought to be thankful to Sarenrae that I'm even alive right now, thank you. Of course, and I do hope the cost is not too much for you. To save my students, no cost is too great, though Lysithea does have a sick sense of humor. That's a good mindset to have. That's one I feel as well, too, for my IELTS. Though I'm not sure of this Lysithea. The wizard held out a hand, and it projected the image of a familiar-looking seven-pointed star. Are you unfamiliar with this symbol? Quite the opposite. It's been a bane and thorn in my group for several months now, carved into murder victims and tied to a friend gone insane. Interesting. But what I meant to say was this is the holy symbol of Lysithea. She was a deity of obedience and runes from Thessalonian times. She's the one who created the Librum. I see, spoke Tarak. That's quite the opposite of what we've seen. And Tarak basically recounts the events of everything that happened to lead up to this point. And all we've come to notice that it ties into the Rune Lords. With them gone, I suspect people may be trying to replace them, like James. Interesting. Well, your group has certainly seen its share of excitement. I urge you to continue your research, and, well, given that ancient Thassalon stretched from where we're standing now some distance out into what is currently the Inner Sea, let us hope they don't come back. Of course, I'm staying with my friends to ensure their safety as this is all unraveled. Though, as per my other question, among the dead, undead and wounded, was there anyone who looked like me, human or half-blood? The note James left us mentioned a brother, and that worries me. Among the zombies? Not to my knowledge. You may have more luck talking to everyone doing cleanup outside, but I saw no half-orc zombies among the carnage. Tarak sighed a bit with relief. That is some relief. Though that means there's something missing and unaccounted for then, if no one in the battlefield saw him. I could return tomorrow for the Librum, though, if none of yours need any of my treatment first. I wasn't much of a use in the fight, so I can at least help with the aftermath. I still have much of my ability to heal, after all. By all means, while I am hardly in a position to ask for more of you, given the sacrifices you have made on behalf of the Order, we have many wounded mages from the fight. Any possible help you can offer would be much appreciated. Of course, I'll save a small bit, but I'll try to do what I can. Tarak then expends like a bajillion healing spells on the nearby mages. As he was really busy of doing that, Tarak asked around for possible signs of his brother, and finds nothing. Once he's done, Tarak left and made his way back to the inn. Where at which point he immediately saw Tobias challenging Raza to a drinking contest. I really hope the two of you aren't having grog. I can't handle curses today. When Tarak was within 30 feet of the party, he let off his last poof of healing magic before getting out of his wheelchair, folding it up, and heading upstairs with heavy smacks of his fin to push him up without any need of aid. Fred responded, "Oh, don't worry. It's not the magical kind of grog, just the normal kind of grog." Fred wrote Raza and Tobias on the chalkboard. "Oh, Tarak, I heard a noise from upstairs. I think your buddy woke up," as Fred then shotgunned a glass of apple cider. Wait, what? Tarak flopped up the stairs faster. He set up his wheelchair at the top of the stairs and began wheeling his way to a room to check on Caius. Tobias responds, "Ah, crap, Raza, we left that guard in the gutter. Do you want to go get him?" At which point he realized Raza was not there. Tobias, realizing he decided to leave the guard, decided to basically walk all the way back to Naxxramas and go looking for Tobias, or go looking for Raza. Raza was nowhere to be seen. "Raza, where are you?" Tobias yelled. No response. Tobias then tried to start tracking him and looked around the battlefield. He spied wizardling corpses as well as undead ones. He spied Tarak casting his healing spells before he headed back to the inn. Looking more closely, he spied a number of other dead wizards and zombie pockets that had been picked in a semicircular pattern around the battlefield, before whoever was doing the looting suddenly stopping near the bridge. Tarak, where did Razak go? He was right here a second ago." I thought he left already." Tobias looks around again. No Raza. Tobias ran over to the bridge and looking to make sure he didn't fall in. Tobias looked over the bridge. He spied a number of zombified bodies, seemingly burnt to a crisp from Tarak's spells. The zombies appear to have been piled high, almost to the height of the bridge. Looking over it, he spied a number of dead, zombified dwarves, each with broken arms, legs, and fingers from the undead army. Tobias scanned the faces of the dwarves. Some of them certainly looked like Raza, but from the damage from the fire, it was hard to tell. "Raza, are you looting down here? I could really use some backup." Fearing the worst, Tobias then ducked his head under the bridge to spy more disgusting burnt corpses, a literal army of dead wizards, and Raza, who appeared to be right as rain, looting the dead underneath the bridge. "I scared you, didn't I? Should have heard yourself running around, calling my name like 100 times. Although now I know you care for me, Tobias." Tobias, "I thought you fell down the bridge and drowned to death. Want to go free our guard friend? How long has he been down there? You think he'd served his time in his sewer for his misdoings? I'm down to at least go check up on him." "Well, I guess it has only been a day, but I guess we never really meant to cause him any serious harm. Let's go see how he's feeling." Tobias and Raza made his way over to the sewer where they left the guard. How's he looking down there?" Tobias cleared away the leaves and slapped his face, trying to wake him up. How you holding up there, ruffian?" Scrolling past all this out of character stuff. The party went to go look on their prisoner. The party found the hapless man exactly where they left him, under a manhole cover in the Magnamarian sewers. Due to the torrential downpour happening all around them, the sewers were nearly flooded, and the guard was submerged about 2/3 of the way under the raging torrent. His face remained above water, albeit quite soaking weft. Tobias grabbed the man by his shoulders and lifted him out. All right, delinquent, have you learned your lesson? And then we ended up doing 2 scenes at the same time. So, 1 second. To scroll all the way up through here.